Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh. And first, I want to announce that the library and the municipal building is now mask optional. We started that February 28th. So if you feel more comfortable wearing a mask, you can do so. If you don't want to wear one, we're okay with that. Now, I know your staff is still...
Most of my staff does still wear one. I mean, I would say about, somebody just asked me this question, like 80 or 85% of the families that we see on our side are not, but
Right.
some still are. So again, just to reiterate what Christine just said, it's whatever you are most comfortable with.
Yes.
But that is for when you're on our side checking out books or playing, but also when you come to one of our classes.
Right. And then it's tax season, so the library does have tax forms, but we have a limited number. We have the PA 40 individual tax form and instructions, and then we also have the 1040 and the 1040 SR federal forms and instructions. But if you need schedules, they're not sending them to us anymore. But one of the staff members will be happy to help you navigate the appropriate website and get the schedules that you need. We are not a site for tax preparation any longer and haven't been since the year before
Probably
COVID.
before COVID, year before COVID.
And the nearest site is the Bible Chapel in McMurray, but I know that a couple of the other libraries, Whitehall, Jefferson Hills, Pleasant Hills, they're doing it too, but their appointments are all booked. So you may be going to H&R Block. Okay, I have a couple technology things today. So first we have, I want to talk about Overdrive. So if you enjoy ebooks and audiobooks and have been using Overdrive, the app, you'll find that it no longer works. Overdrive did away with their app and are focusing solely on the Libby app, which is part of the Overdrive suite of services. I like it. I've been using it for a couple years, but I know some people were just still using Overdrive, which I found to be cumbersome. It was difficult.
No, but if that's what they originally,
Yes.
it was just more convenient, I guess, for them just to keep using it and not
Right.
switch over.
Right.
But now,
You
have no
have to.
choice.
Yeah, you have no choice. So I find Libby much easier to use, and here's a little intro video that tells you how to use it. Take a look.
Meet Libby, the library reading app. With Libby, you can borrow free ebooks, digital audiobooks, and magazines from your library. All you need is a library card. When you open Libby for the first time, you'll search for your library. Then you can explore the collection and borrow titles or place holds instantly. On your shelf, you'll find all your loans, holds, and tags. By default, loans are automatically downloaded for offline use when you're on Wi-Fi. Your loans are returned automatically on their due dates, so you never need to worry about late fees. Tap Manage Loan to see more options about each title, like returning early. Tap a title to open it and start reading. If you belong to a library in the United States, you'll see the option to send most ebooks to Kindle or to start reading in Libby. Use the footer to search, visit your library, access your shelf, and see your timeline. You can also open your current read. In the Libby menu, you can see your notifications, add a library, get help, and more. Download Libby to start borrowing today. Happy reading!
I would agree with you, though. I think Libby is very simple to use, and I know I've used it.
I have it on my phone and my tablet,
Yep,
and they
as
sync.
do I.
So, you know, if I'm out somewhere and have 10 minutes, I can open it in my phone, and it syncs to where I was
Yep.
or where I am on my tablet. So I have another cool technology thing. Beginning the end of March, the library will have 10 mobile hotspots available for you to borrow. So what is a hotspot? Here's what it looks like. It's just a little device. It's an easy-to-use wireless access point that connects your Wi-Fi enabled device to the internet. So your tablet, your laptop, if you don't have a data plan with your tablet, which I don't anymore, I just use wireless at home. But or if you're, moving and you have a couple weeks before your internet gets connected, you can borrow one of these. So it's free with your library card. You can borrow it for 3 weeks. We ask that you please do not return it into the book drop. They have a case. There's a case with it. We just don't have them yet. But we ask you please don't, because they're kind
Still
of
not the safest to
they're
drop it in there.
fragile,
Yeah.
and with the well, I guess it wouldn't be so much now since hopefully winter's over, but the cold drains the battery. You have unlimited data for the duration of your loan period, and you can connect up to 10 devices to this one access point.
that's great.
Now, the more devices you have, of course, the slower it is. And the hotspots work anywhere in the United States where there's a T-Mobile covers that area. So we're good here. It does not work outside the United States because some people take them on vacation.
Yeah.
Like for the car.
I was
I know,
saying, so it would work in the car, right?
It
So I've
works
never
in the
used
car.
a hotspot.
I used to have one.
Okay.
That was because I
I
would.
mean, because that would be convenient, yes, if you're traveling.
And some of the new cars have Wi-Fi in them.
Right.
Mine doesn't. So
Mine doesn't.
it is nice to have. So they'll be available at the end of March. What else do we have? Oh, very excited to announce that there is a new countywide library mobile app that's being launched also at the end of March. It is compatible with Apple and with Android. So the Allegheny County Library's mobile app provides quick access to core library services for patrons of all public libraries in Allegheny County. So you just go to your App Store or the Google Play Store and search for Allegheny County Libraries. And once you have downloaded the app, you can select your home library from there and see what resources, like we have some of our databases that we subscribe to that aren't available countywide. They're there. So you can then register your library card or library account with the app. So you would have access to your checkout records. You can place holds or check on holds. You can look at your reading history. And it also provides a digital card, which we
This is
have
pretty
trouble
cool.
scanning.
Oh, really?
Depends on how shiny your screen is.
Oh,
But it will, like you can have your library card there instead of having to carry it with you. Parents can link their child's card within the app so you can access the multiple accounts. Also provides convenient links to like ebooks, databases, and the Rad Pass. And then the greatest thing, I think
I think
for
I know what you're going to
us-
say, and Rob was very excited about it too.
self-check. There's a self-check
Yeah.
option. So if you are, I don't know, for whatever reason, you don't want to interact with us.
Well, not that that would be the case, but perhaps you're in a hurry and there's a line, or perhaps you're checking out something that is maybe a little bit confidential and you don't want us to,
That's a good point.
right, see what
Okay.
you're checking out. Self-check out with the new app. I think it's great.
Yes, so self-check's not available at all the libraries, but we chose it because we do not have a self-check kiosk like a lot of libraries do. We used to have one and it never seemed to quite work right.
It did always give us problems. Yeah, we were always having trouble with it.
So, you'll go give it a try because all the staff, we were.
So I haven't downloaded it yet, but
Oh,
like I
it's
said, Rob's
awesome.
excited about it. Some of my staff already tried it out. So if you go to your app store, what is it called?
You look up Allegheny County Libraries and it will come up just like that. And then you just click install.
Okay, easy enough.
It is. It's very nice, and it's so much easier to use. Like, I have tried on my phone when I'm out to look something up from our website, and our website's not as mobile friendly.
Right.
And this is there's just a couple of icons,
That's
and
great.
you click, and it's wonderful. And let me think. I think that is it. Oh, we'll talk about
Yeah,
this.
definitely.
So we have a program for adults called Galileo, the first optical astronomer. It's presented by local astronomer Larry McHenry. So look at the life of Galileo and cover his greatest contribution, which is the telescope. So this is Wednesday, April 6th at 6:30 here at the library. We do ask that you register.
I think it's important to mention for this one that even though, Rob booked it kind of as an adult program,
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
all
a
ages.
great fit for
Yes.
families.
Yeah.
And I believe when they've come in the past, is it just the presentation or will they actually be looking at the night
This
sky?
one is just the presentation.
Okay,
They're
so
not
it's not
going
the stargazing.
outside.
I know
no.
we've done that in the past, and that's been pretty popular. But still, a very interesting program for sure, and again, appropriate for the entire family.
Yes. We have so many classes and programs going on, it's hard to pick and choose. But if you sign up for our e-newsletter, which you can do through the library app
Yay!
or at our website, we send out a monthly e-newsletter. And in it are links to, like, if you're looking for children's programs and classes, teens and adults, if you click, it'll take you right to that flyer. So there's a ton of stuff going on. So what's going on over your way?
Same deal, a lot of stuff. Our early literacy classes are back in session, so you'll want to sign up the Sunday of that week to get in for that week's class, right? So there's Toddler Tuesdays on Tuesday, Mother Goose on Wednesday, Baby Jam on Thursday, Preschool Power on Friday. And registration for all of those opens Sunday at 1 p.m. We have some other things coming up too, like beginning of April that I feel like we should mention. We have an Earth Day program coming up. It'll be Celebrate Our Earth. Now that's on Earth Day, Friday, April 22nd. So that's a little later into the month. We also have for this age group, for our younger ones, Pajama Story Time. And I love Pajama Story Time. I remember doing it when I first started here. Ms. Heather now runs that program, and it's a monthly program. So our next one is actually Monday, March 28th at 6:30 p.m. And I just think it's a fun time to, show off your favorite pair of PJs, come in your favorite pair of slippers, and just come listen to some great bedtime stories. I know Heather sometimes has a little activity or craft to go along with it as well. But these are two of my favorite slippers. I just thought I'd bring them on the show today. These are the ones, these kind of need a washing. These are the ones that I wear most often lately because I tape 5-minute bedtime stories in them, and I like them because they match my sheep pajamas. So I'm all matchy-matchy. But I also have this pair that I got a few years back, and I thought you would like this pair, Miss
Yes,
Christine,
are they
because
cat
they're
unicorns?
that's why I call them catacorns.
Catacorns.
Right?
I like
So these
it.
are my catacorn slippers. So, again, I'm sure you have a pair of fun slippers at home or maybe PJs. Wear them to the library. This is your chance. And then come have some fun with Miss Heather. So again, that's monthly, but the next one is Monday, March 28th. I'm also very excited for 2 upcoming programs that are family programs. First, I'll talk about the American Girl Tea Party. So we've done this for, I don't know how many years. We go way back with this one.
It's 8 or 10, somewhere in that
Yeah,
range.
we're getting up to like the 10-year mark, I think. But now, because of COVID, we ran it, we did it kind of differently. And we had a tea party to go bag. And that's actually what we're going to do again this year, just because we're still not, it's not that we're not, we're in person again with programming. But at the time when we were planning, we weren't sure how things were going to go. Plus, we're still not having large gatherings, right? We're still having registration to limit our class sizes. So to have something like the American Girl Tea Party, to the extent where we used to, it's just too many people, and we weren't comfortable with that yet. So for the 3rd year in a row now, we're going to offer these Tea Party to-go bags. And I'm mentioning it now because it's not until April. But we are getting things ready, and I just kind of want everybody to be aware. You can come and pick up a bag that will have everything you need for a tea party for 2, including tea and snacks, of course, some biscuits or some tea cookies, but also an activity book and a craft that you could do with your child, and maybe a few other surprises as well. So this is for all ages. It's, anybody can come and pick up a bag. We are offering, or not offering, we're suggesting a $5 donation if you can, just to kind of help cover the cost of supplies. Right. But certainly, anyone can have one, and you can purchase or pick up more than one if you want to. So that will be available all during the month of April. And also in the bag, this is the most important part, also in your Tea Party to-go bag will be a raffle ticket for the American Girl doll that we're raffling off this year. And this year, I had to double check, it's Courtney, who is the doll from the 80s. Have you seen her?
I have not,
Yeah,
but
she's
that would be
fun.
my girl.
Yeah, so she is currently on display if you want to come check her out. And again, each bag will have a ticket inside, but you also be able to purchase additional tickets if you want to increase your chances of winning. The other thing that I'm super excited about is our art gala. And this too, because of COVID, kind of has been messed up in the last couple of years. The last 2 years we ran it virtually and had a good response. And I was really happy the way that it turned out. We were able to showcase people's work via our website, just doing it online. This year, we're still not going back to the large in-person event. However, we still want to display people's art in the department, right? Because you can still come in. We're going to leave it up the entire month of May. You can still come in to see it in person. So you won't just have to view it online this year. It will be up in person. It's just, the piece that will be missing is you won't really be able to interact with the
everyone,
artists.
right,
And we're not going to do
gathering
any of
at
the
once.
bidding on the artwork like we used to. However, we're coming with ideas to kind of accommodate that too, though, because we do want our artists to be recognized. So I think when you drop off your artwork, which you can do anytime between April 1st and April 25th, and this is all ages, babies to teens can drop off artwork. Drop it off in April and you will get a artist badge. And then we encourage you to wear that badge anytime you visit the library during the month of May, because then people will recognize like, oh, she's an artist. She's one of the ones who has artwork showcased here this month. And we're still keeping the compliment card box because I love that component of the art gala. So when you come to the library for whatever reason, for a class, to browse, to check out books, during the month of May, you will also see all of this beautiful artwork up. We encourage you to fill out a compliment card for one of the pieces or many of the pieces. If one particularly stands out to you, or maybe you happen to know the artist, right, because they'll have their names on it. Whatever the case may be, we encourage you to fill out a compliment card. And then when we return that artwork to the artist, we make sure we attach all those little cards. And I think that's just a nice, nice piece of it.
Yes.
So they
it
get to
is.
read all those, fun comments that people made. So celebrate art with us during the month of May. Again, you can drop off your artwork during the month of April so we can start prepping it. And it will be up all month long. Anything counts here except for like coloring pages, right? But if your little one is just learning how to scribble and doodle, we'll take it. That's beautiful artwork to us. If you have an older child who's really into like sculpting and working with clay, that is for sure a form of art. So we'll take it. Photography. It's not just what I would
Fiber
say. It's not
arts.
just like painting. It's
Right.
It's
fiber
cements-
arts, photography, mosaic,
Right.
sculpture,
Right. We want it all. We want a nice variety. So
found object art.
what is that?
Like people make a mosaic out of things, like they find a button and they find this.
Oh, right. I love
and they
that.
make- yes,
I
like
love
too.
that. That really showcases creativity, right? Mm-hmm. So you can find out more information just by stopping by or, again, visiting our website. But we hope you will consider participating in that. And then let me just see, we have a couple other things coming up that I wanted to mention. Our new partnership with South Park Theater is very exciting. And we should probably mention Party in the Park
I
at some
will.
point.
I will.
Let's go back to that. But we have a new partnership with them, and they are actually teaching some acting classes for us. And I'm really excited because I know I've had some requests to bring Drama Club back and to have those types of classes. And we've just never really had anyone on staff recently that felt comfortable, doing that and at least doing it, successfully. Not that we wouldn't be successful, but you know what I mean. Like, we don't have that background experience.
Right.
So now we have somebody from South Park Theater who is going to teach acting classes for us, and that's Thursdays in April, so the 7th through the 28th at 6:30 p.m., and it's for all ages, K through 6. If you're into acting, come check it out. And then I want to make sure I talk about ones that aren't filled yet, because you do have to register for all of our classes, and some of them have already quickly filled up. Like I said, so we're going into April and May. Like you said, there's so many good ones.
There's
Just
so many,
come
yeah.
in, pick up a flyer, visit our website and check them out, or give us a call if you need to know more. There is a lot going on though. For our teens, I just wanted to mention at the end of this month on March 30th, Miss Megan's doing a teen yoga and essential oils class. And I think there's only a few kids registered, so I definitely want to promote this one. I mean, what a great class this is going to be. You'll get to take your little blend of essential oils home, and I love essential oils. I don't know if you ever.
I
I have a diffuser in my office right now that I always forget to turn on. I don't use it enough here.
I do not at home because cats essential oils can be fatal to cats.
Certain ones can.
Yes. So I just don't use any of them at home.
Yes, but they are wonderful, and they can be so relaxing, like especially the certain scents like lavender helps me fall asleep. So it's wonderful. You can learn more about essential oils, take your own blend home with you, and then also practice some yoga. So it's going to be a nice, relaxing evening for teens, and that's for anyone grades 7 and up. So please be sure to check that out. I'm just here to let you know the slew of resources that are available. We are there to serve children birth through teens, and we're really proud of the collection that we have for all of those age groups, as well as the classes and programs and events that we offer for all of those ages. So I think it's important to remember that even if you can't get your child into the library to come check out a book, that's okay. Maybe they want to come to a class or come to a fun program, and then what happens 99% of the time is that they just become curious and they see a book and they want to check it out. So it happens very naturally. So I think that's really important to remember, is to always make reading an enjoyable experience. I'm guilty of this myself as a parent. I kind of forced books on my kids because, being a librarian and working there, I was, had all these amazing books every day, and I couldn't wait to bring them home, and then I would be so sorely disappointed when my boys didn't pick them up. And I did. I had forced reading time. Now, when they were little, they absolutely loved it, and that's some of my, I don't know if it's theirs, but some of my fondest memories is reading to them. But as they got older, they just really didn't want to pick up that book. That's okay. I know it's really hard, but we have to resist that urge to force reading upon them and just make it a relaxed, enjoyable, casual experience. So one of the simplest things I think we can do is just bring them to the library. Again, don't say we're going to check out X number of books. We're going to check out any books. Just come to the library to play. Come to the library to hang out. Come to the library. It's a place to meet new friends. And then again, there are so many books there. They're going to want to check one out. And I guess that's all I have. But
Well,
let's talk about
we
Party in
have
the
a
Park.
couple. We have a couple fundraisers. So first, we have Party in the Park, which is a joint fundraiser between the library, the Bethel Park Community Foundation, and the South Park Theater. So last year, the foundation awarded a grant to South Park Theater for them to have a patio, because there was nowhere really besides the parking lot to stand and mingle.
Right.
So the foundation awarded a grant to them for that, and Andy Amrine has been their project manager.
Working his tail off, as always.
Yes, not only did they get the patio finished, they got new lights from the Allegheny County parks, and then
and they have those patio lights. So you missed the meeting. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to see it yet.
Yes, and so they have beautiful patio lights so that people can stand out there and enjoy their beverage or whatever during intermission or before or after the show. And they've done some other, with help of Andy and Lorraine Mazansky, the theater manager. They've had some windows installed. They had heat. There was no heat in that building, so they couldn't use it in the winter. Yeah. So they've had some HVAC upgrades and some cosmetic upgrades outside the building. So this Party in the Park is a joint fundraiser between the three organizations. And as the culminating activity of this event will be a ribbon cutting for the new patio and the upgrades. So the event is Saturday, April 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. at the theater parking lot, essentially. So we'll have big tents and picnic benches and things like that. So we have live music from a string quartet. There'll be a short performance by the children's theater performers. We will have children's activities, which Misty Lane and company will be in charge of. It is a family-friendly event. There'll be numerous raffle baskets and a 50-50 raffle. Tickets are $40 for adults. Children 12 and under are free. Tickets are available at the library, at South Park Theater, at Evie's, or you can purchase them from the library's website. The
You
proceeds.
didn't mention, I just want to throw this in there too. For your $40 ticket, you didn't mention the hors
Oh, I'm
d'oeuvres.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yes.
But you do get some heavy hors d'oeuvres. We're very excited
Oh, I can
for
sh-
Sid West
I
Catering.
was going to say I can share the menu. So we have
Share the
beer,
menu.
wine,
Yeah.
soft drinks, and hors d'oeuvres. And what is on the menu? Chicken salad croissants,
Yum.
mini slider burgers,
Yum.
mini hot dogs. Elaine doesn't eat hot dogs.
You have a good memory. No, I don't.
Or fish, macaroni and cheese, and of course chicken tenders, and then fried pierogies with sour cream and applesauce.
Yum.
And then we will have fresh fruit, and then beer, wine, soda, and water.
It's going to be a great time. I really hope. And I
It's
love that
gonna
it's a
be
family
wonderful.
event. I really hope we get a great turnout. I think we will.
Our goal is 300 people, so get your tickets. And then also on, let me see, Sunday, May 1st from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. We're having a pop-up book sale down at Evie's parking lot. We've done this 2 times before. We do very well there. So all children's books and paperbacks are $1. Adult hardcover, games, puzzles, DVDs, and CDs are $2 each. And as part of this fundraiser, we're partnering with Madsen Donuts. Am I saying that correct?
Madsen, not Madison. People like to add that
Madsen.
extra. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Madsen Donuts.
So
Yes.
we're partnering with Madsen Donuts. So
Pre-orders, I think, is the way we're going to do
pre-orders
it.
during the month of April. So you can go to our website, pre-order, pay if you'd like, or you can pay by cash or check that day. And they'll be ready for you down at Evie's. So all you're going to do is come down and pick them up. They will be prepackaged, your order with your name on it. And so I'm very excited about
They
that,
are good
that
donuts.
partnership. Yes, they are good donuts. So those are the cool fundraising things that we have coming up before we start planning for our annual golf outing in September. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm very excited. Working with the theater has been really great for both organizations. They've helped the
Absolutely.
library and we've helped them, and I'm really enjoying it. And summer story times will be at the outdoor
So I didn't
theater.
mention that just because it's later, but in May, actually, before the weather gets too hot to be outside for story time, we're going to do story time on the stage. I believe it's going to be Tuesdays in May. So yeah, we're excited about
Be
that.
so
And-
awesome. So thank you, Lorraine, and Andy,
Yep.
for
Thank
making
you.
this happen. So yes, please support our fundraisers. We're a great community asset. Come in the library and see everything that's going on. It's such a lively, fun place
Happy
to be.
place to be.
It really
Absolutely.
is. It really is.
Well, as always, are we wrapping it up?
We're wrapping it up.
I guess so. As always, if you have any questions of any of the things that we talked about on today's show, like we already mentioned, you know what to do. Go ahead and give us a call,
Visit our website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person. Until next month, everybody, take care, and we'll see you again soon. Happy spring.